potentially get something going for the team. It's some interesting picks, some spice here in Game 1 of Day 3, but it's the Dragons, it's the Kings, it's Dimes, and it's
coming off a World Championship victory. The JADE Dragons, perennially a powerful team. Maybe taking a bit of a skid in the first phase of the SPL here. I mean, you've had the pleasure of casting the SPL. Hold on a second, Genetics falling down low. Genetics having to dash out to safety. Captain Twig, the new target for the JADE Dragons, able to escape with that transformation as well. But back in the fray is Genetics backing out. Big Man Tinks making the rotation and taking down the Atlas. Polar Bear Mike falls for first blood to the CAMELOT.
Captain Twig comes over to the right side of the map for Farm and Farm alone.
I want to return to what we were chit-chatting about. Ooh, Variety out of mana, slice and dice coming through from Lasbra. Just a couple auto attacks and a dunk over the wall from Nika to put the solo back in the ground. JADE Dragons turn it back around this Pyromancer. And as we approach 16 minutes here, Pyro could be the play, or it could be a pull-in on Captain Twig, who gets blocked by Genetics, who sentences his own jungler to death. Nika takes down Captain Twig. The ghosts are being unleashed by Big Man Teams. A pull under the tower. Dardes taking one tower shot
already on the Gold Fury. Here come the rest of the Dragons. They want to go for both objectives.
The shot calls are tight here for the JADE Dragons. Captain Twig already falling low. Here comes the Desert Fury out of the on her. Captain Twig finds Dardes. The hell will be down for the next half minute. In comes Captain Twig with a taunt. Polar Bear Mike stunned out by Big Man Tings and put in the ground by the Sobek, who now forces out the Nemesis as well, creates enough space for this Gold Fury to be started up here by the CAMELOT Kings. Only Lasbra and Nika, who is now back to base. The JADE Dragons surrendering this Fury to the Kings.
The walls and try and commit. Lasbra was chasing down Captain Twig with his Erlong Shen, has plenty of mobility, and now it's Dardes who might be in a little of trouble.
Caught between a rock and a hard place. Dardes gets locked down. What did you say? The walls giveth and the walls taketh away, and Genetics has been on point with the walls more often than not. Dardes falls. It's a 4v5 for 30 seconds as the CAMELOT Kings move into the jungle on the mid laner, and duo's looking a little bit better for the CAMELOT Kings as well.
I gotta say, I really do like what Nika's done here so far with this Robin build. Remember, when Robin was running the meta, it might have been last time you were here for last Summer Masters, it was that mitigation style build. Not as prevalent, but a lot of damage, a lot of tank stats, and Nika finally makes the rotation, and Primal Fury's burning fast.
And Lasbra looping behind, playing the jungle role. Nika goes in aggressively into 4 members of the CAMELOT Kings. Variety trying to play Spacemaker in the backline, but falls low to the shred of the JADE Dragons. Vote grabs the first one onto Variety. Vote falls down to the might of Captain Twig in the backline, and it is a full-out brawl here around the Gold Fury. Trelly Lasbra takes down Captain Twig. The Ghosts running through. Polar Bear Mike Yarkor sends a spear the way of the Atlas. It's going to be a 2v2 for the next 30 seconds or so. Primal Fury started up here by the CAMELOT Kings. Genetics with just a couple hundred HP to his name, but
no Dragons can walk forward.
And no matter who this beacon goes to, Trelly, the Titans going to be unleashed, marching down the lane as Radiation is infecting the CAMELOT Kings, ripping through the entirety of the team. Terra's Blessing applied to the Kings. Lasbra takes down Big Man Tings, who turns it right back around onto the Nemesis. The JADE Dragons retreat as a 4-man unit to take down this final Stygian beacon, claiming all 3 for themselves and unleashing the might of the Titans.
I don't want to go too hard. One misplay could be the end of this game. When you're 35 minutes in, that's exactly what you're looking for.
CAMELOT Kings want to make this happen. Big Man Tings going to be the recipient of a Nemesis ultimate. The Poltergeists are raining down on the JADE Dragons. Captain Twig takes out the support for the Dragons. Lasbra, the other jungler, turns it right back around on the Zhang Kuei. Vote finds another for the Hachiman. And it is going to be a 1-2 trade. The CAMELOT Kings on the back foot after originally kicking things off here. Trelly, the JADE Dragons head into the Fire Giant pit with 4. It is Genetics, it is Yarkor, it is Variety at half HP, healing up, hoping to get back into this Fire Giant pit. Half HP, Variety hovering around the pit. The JADE Dragons now engaging on the Sobek, forced to pluck away. Fire Giant, quarter HP, no confirmed for the CAMELOT Kings. And they walk away in defeat.
20,000, if you were curious so far. And it's only gonna keep going up. They've got 30 seconds left to try and go in for this bird. It's half HP, but a beautiful pluck in onto Variety, and he gets blocked!
Immediately, Vote takes down the Crocodile as the radiation sends Yarkor and Big Man Tings back to the base. The left-hand Phoenix has been extinguished immediately to the middle lane. Go the Jade Dragons. Captain Twig is in on the mid lane hell, but immediately retreating are the Jade Dragons.
That's not the target you want, though. Way too much CC immunity, way too tanky. You want someone you can kill quickly, and overhead kick. That's as easy as it comes.
It's Nika, it's a stun, it's Variety, and it's a full engage here from the CAMELOT Kings. It's Big Man Tings all alone. A just popped immune for just a moment here. Nika and Polar Bear Mike still in the backline. Vote takes out the Juggler. Lasbra also grabs the Crocodile, and Genetics trying to peel for the team and failing to do so. It's Dardes and Genetics boxing on the right-hand side. Lasbra picking up the triple and a full-on deicide for the Jade Dragons. Who needs Fire Giant Trelly? Mid lane Phoenix down, left lane Phoenix down. Minions pouring into the base. The Jade Dragons running it down.
And they did exactly what they needed to. The CAMELOT Kings tried to set up an ambush. The Jade Dragons said, go ahead. Who's going to step forward but Nika? We're not going to send in our carry first. We've got tanky targets, and it doesn't matter if you pluck in a Robin. He's going to be just fine. So much damage. And I got to say,
we've got it. Maybe we're going to see 3. I guess we'll find out here in game number 2 as we once again jump down to Dimes and Trelly.
The CAMELOT Kings on the edge of the abyss here, Trelly, as they are facing elimination from Smite Masters, the world champions. Right off, so the blink will be down for PBM for another minute and a half or so.
Did Variety not see?
Early on, gank as the Dragons are coming out and sending their way right into the Guan Yu. A slowdown, a knock-up from Nika. Lasbra with a couple auto attacks, and Nika around the corner finds first blood on Variety, who just
Captain Twig would be able to win that interaction. So if Lasbra has beads, there's no way that he's biting in that case. But Captain Twig might not get a chance. He's only level 3.
Captain Twig slowed down, forced to use the beads to immune the slow. Dardes sending a couple bolos the way of Captain Twig. Doesn't matter. Nika dash forward, slice and dice there out of the giant sword from the tier.
On to his relic. That is... Yeah, we'll call it a drop kill because that's what it was. But now Twig doesn't have that ultimate to get away. He's not going to pop the beats. The ultimate comes through from Dardes. He's got plenty of damage, and he's going to pick it up.
Not only is Dardes going to pick it up, going to put one in the passive counter as well. Big Man Tings.
Usually gets the better end of those trades. So once you factor the snipes into consideration, you got to watch out. And now Mike actually might be caught out.
Mike not in the fantastic a spot. A shadow descent here. Gamma Rays running through the CAMELOT Kings. Polar Bear Mike dropping to half HP, slowed by the Astral Arrows, but here is Lasbra dropping low as Big Man Tings is right behind the Ao Kuang. Couple shots through the wall. Yarkor in the air, snipes raining down, not on Lasbra, but on Polar Bear Mike, who falls to Captain Twig. Dardes in a terrible position, rising Jaguar away for the mid laner. Here comes the horsey. Variety slams down onto both. Big Man Tings finishes it off. Captain Twig finds himself a double Gold Fury online. It's only 10 minutes, no Stygian Beacon. It's Nika in the mid lane. You got some aggression. Nika has joined the fray as well. A juggle onto Big Man Tings, who's able to dash away from danger. Polar Bear Mike is the recipient of tons of damage. Dardes dropping low. Dardes out for a moment. Up in the air goes the Ao Kuang, but it's the wrong target. It's Yarkor beating away Lasbra. Genetics falls to the Ao Kuang. Captain Twig in. Yarkor in the air. Snipe 1. No snipes come out from Yark the Shark, and it's going to be a 1-for-0 as Genetics falls, but CAMELOT Kings able to press this tier 1.
Didn't matter. The tower was able to help finish that one, and now the Jade Dragons going in for the Fury. Captain Twig with a wraparound play, but it's already done, and he actually sashes in?
Captain Twig, what have you done? A juggle in the air, a Fearless and a Lasbra. In goes Captain Twig at
Dimes,
36 seconds.
Remember when I told you that if you're going to sash in, you know, that's where your body's going to be, and you have to make sure there's something. He's been here for a while, just farming up so effectively. Tanks is going to get a bit of pressure sent his way in mid, but cool as a cucumber, doesn't use anything. It's actually Twig who's in trouble. He's gone.
And Twig deleted across the map. No beads available for the jungler for another 40 seconds. A 4v5 also for 40 seconds. Stygian Beacon charging up, going to be on the map. The Jade Dragons with an opportunity to grab their first Kings, an opportunity to fight back into the Jade Dragons. Radiation being charged by Polar Bear Mike. Nika slammed down into the ground, and big Polar Bear Mike actually finding the first kill, turned right back around. Yark in the air, a couple of shots into the Ao Kuang. Dardes with those bolos takes out the Naja. Yarkor in a bad spot here. Dardes puts the finishing touches for a double kill, and it's Variety shredding the middle lane as the Jade Dragons come out on top. You back off, you look for a Pyromancer. No, it's going to be Nika slamming down a Variety, and Dardes deleting the Guanyu off the map. Captain Twig in the worst place possible. Windfire wields just for safety. Genetics, such...
Deep burn has to be key here. Captain Twig cannot find easy targets, but PBM would be a great target if he can find it, and the CC's good. Mike's gone.
Gone. Yarkor picks up the support for the Jade Dragons for almost nothing. Big Man Tings chucked out that apple from the Discordia, but nothing else invested there from the Camelot Kings. I mean, at this point, full build, killer attack speed, tons of damage online. Nika looking for a big Fearless, unable to find one. A four-man Lawbringer. Nika bringing the pain. Polar Bear Mike takes out Big Man Tings, and a double pull in from the Atlas. Up in the air goes Yarkor just to buy time, but the Camelot Kings falling down to the Jade Dragons. It's only Captain Twig after a miracle engaged by Nika. The Jade Dragons say, we don't need your Fire Giant, as they march down middle lane.
I cannot believe how much damage Nika just did. That glorious Pridwin proc destroyed this Discordia, and once Tings is gone, your fight looks so much worse. Captain Twig is going to be chased till the ends of the earth, and Lazar and Vote have plenty of DPS. There's no one to spawn in for 25 seconds. The Jade Dragons just shut out the Camelot Kings.
Captain Twig can only look on in dismay as the Jade Dragons 2-0 the Camelot Kings and eliminate the defending world champions from Smite Masters.
What a fantastic play.